Good evening. Welcome to this edition of the 411 Talk Zone radio show. My name is Leon Jones. Tonight's topic, we'll talk about types of sexual deviant behavior. Types of sexual deviant behavior. Before I go on with the topic, I'd like to give a big shout out to Sister Clarissa from C Temptation. She does Chicago Talk, and she inspired me to do this video because she had done a video on sexual trafficking. And the reason why I want to do this video, because a number of us, when we talk about sex, we know that there are other sex acts that take place, but we don't put them in our mind. Some of us are very naive about them, but they are real. But a number of us who've seen porn know that these acts take place. And that's basically where most of us know about some of these deviant behaviors. But let me tell you something. They're very real. A number of them are unnatural. So what I'm going to do is list a few of them, and I'm going to leave the link under the video, and you can view the information for yourself because I want to make this video real short. And what I'm trying to do is give you an idea of where some of this dysfunction is coming in all of the communities, because sex is used to sell. And particularly in the porn industry, there are a lot of fantasies that take place, and these sex acts are part of it. So when we talk about sex, we go into paraphilias. Now, what is a paraphilia? Well, paraphilia is basically a sexual feeling or behavior that may involve sexual partners who are not human or without permission, or that involve suffering or torture by one or both partners. Now, when it comes to sex acts, there's a few of them that I'm going to share with you. First, there's exhibitionism. Now, basically, with exhibitionism, it's defined as someone who is gay or lesbian who likes showing their sex organs to others who don't want to see it. Now, in some cases, there are individuals who like to do autoeroticism exhibition. What that is, it's basically stimulating themselves or masturbating while showing it to others. Then you have your fetishes. That's people with this type of disorder. They want to achieve sexual satisfaction by using non-human objects, most often women's clothing, shoes, or stockings. Then you have frotterism. That's people who, in a busy or crowded area, like to rub their genitals against others who don't want to receive them. In other words, without permission, particularly on a crowded bus or on a train. This disorder basically happens when a person rubs his genital organs to others who don't want it, who don't want to receive it. You go to New York City or Chicago, you'll see that happening. Then you have pedophilia. It's basically sex with children. It's children under 13. This is where you get child porn. And children are boys and girls, but moreover, or more often, it's boys. Then you get sexual masochism. That's basically sexual harassment that involves pleasure by having pain being used on you by others or yourself. Then you have sexual sadism. Well, that's utilizing sexual gratification to hurt other people. Basically what you're trying to do is get sexual arousal. That's spanking. That's what sexual sadism is. And that's where you combine S&M, sadism and masochism. And sadism is associated with the fear of castration. Then you have the transvestic fetishism. That's when heterosexual men, they like to wear women's clothing to achieve a sexual response. Basically, these problems start when children grow into teenagers, and then they secretly begin to dress as women as they get older and they go out in public. Now, a small percentage of men practice this behavior. Then you have voyeurism. That's basically a paraphilia or fantasy to have sex with a victim, or that's in which a person wants to find sexual pleasure by watching or peeping at a man or a woman who's naked, want to peep at somebody undressing, or a couple of people having sex. That's right. Voyeurism is a paraphilia in which a person finds sexual pleasure by watching or peeping men naked, undressing, or having sex. These disorders occur in males, and the object is usually a stranger. And you have zoophilia. Zoophilia is basically bestiality. It's when a person has sex with animals. And then you have necrophilia. It's a term that describes sexual feelings or behaviors that involve the body. Now, with all these behaviors, they are disorders, and they can be part of a sexual addiction. Now, one must understand, where do these behaviors come from? Well, the porn industry exhibits these behaviors. Some people may have seen these behaviors from family members. And let me tell you something. With all that's being said, a lot of these dysfunctions come from family. Now, there's stereotypes that they come from Bob, who lives in a trailer park, and Daquan, who lives in a ghetto. They come from normal people who are working as well. You have a number of individuals who have a sick mind. In fact, with all of these sexual deviant behavior, I'm going to tell you that's something that comes out of it. Yes, you get arousal if you're the person who's committing the act, but it is a narcissistic behavior as well. It's acting out. Some of these individuals know what they're doing, but they don't care about anybody but themselves. Also, with some of these behaviors, there's rape that's involved. And rape can involve when the sadism and masochism part comes into play. These sex acts are dangerous. People could get killed having these sex acts. But moreover, these sex acts have been around for ages. They are unnatural. The most common form of sex, and that's had problems, the heterosexual sex. Because you look at all the unwanted pregnancies by that sex and the rapes by the heterosexual sex. So, that being said, besides the normal sex that we're used to talking about, if you go deep into the porn industry, or even below the porn industry, to individuals who have a sick mind, because bottom line, these are behaviors that come from sick people like pedophiles. In fact, there is a group out there called NAMBLA, the North American Man-Boy Love Association. And they want to legalize pedophilia. And the people who get hurt by these sexual deviant behaviors, for the most part, are children because they see this behavior. They don't know any better. Now, another sex act that you could throw in the mix here is incest. A lot of us don't talk about that, particularly in the black community, but it happens. I mean, there was a Facebook video where an African American woman got caught on camera giving her 4-year-old son oral sex. And men do the same thing. These people do need help. And shout out to also Brother Real Deal, because he did a video on sexual addiction. Well, with these behaviors, they're also part of that sexual addiction. And let me tell you something about sex. If you're going to engage in any sexual behavior, first of all, it should be the right sexual behavior, but you must be available physically, emotionally, and psychologically. These behaviors right here, they're not right. People engaged need help, and they can get treatment, but just like everything else, they must be able to ask for help. They must understand that they can have a normal life. They also need to have their self-esteem built up. There's a lot of this that takes place. We know about it just because we don't see it. But I just wanted to do this video to make everybody aware that these sex acts do take place. And again, I want to send another shout out to Sister Clarissa C. Temptation Harris. She does Chicago Talk, and she actually gave me an idea about doing this video. So, that being said, be smart, protect yourself. Sex is supposed to be pleasurable, not painful. And I believe, for the most part, sex is supposed to be with the one you love. Because when you love your partner, it's no longer sex. It's making love. And that's my commentary for this edition of the 411 Talk Zone radio show for this evening, Sunday, May 7th, 2017. You can tune in to the 411 Talk Zone radio show every Saturday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Blog Talk Radio. Guest call-in number is 215-383-5785. If you like my videos, please share and subscribe to the 411 Talk Zone radio show right here on YouTube, so I can continue to give you quality information for educational purposes from a professional and mature perspective. Now, on this channel, I don't engage in debates, controversy, or emotional issues, nor do I participate in drama or unnecessary bickering. Why? Because it's counterproductive. My job is to provide education, and that's what this channel is doing. It's giving my audience, and thanks to all of my subscribers, giving me this information that's realistic but positive. Because when you get out in the real world, or even if you are out in the real world, you need to understand how the system works, because it's challenging. And if you've been doing the same thing over and over and over again, trying to get a different result, but you're getting the same result, it's time to change. So come on over here to the 411 Talk Zone radio show, where I give you some good research, education. And a link for this article that I did will be under the video as well, because I want everybody to know that the information is realistic and it's positive. There's no denigration on this channel, so everybody is welcome. Just be intelligent and be open-minded, because the information that I'm giving you is going to be very deep. This information, particularly tonight, you're not used to hearing. That's why knowledge is powerful. If you have a business, a topic, or YouTube channel that you would like for me to discuss on YouTube or Blog Talk Radio, please email me at lej6521@gmail.com. Also, if you have a comment, and I like comments, Please leave your comment in the comment section under the video. Make sure that your comments are pithy, no bloviating, pettifogging, or filibustering if you wish to opine. That's it for this video. Till next time, my name is Leon Jones. Remember, please be gentle and respectful to each other, and have a wonderful and blessed night. Good night.